The World Cup is coming to America, and it's not just big, it's one of the biggest sporting events in human history. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Every single stadium hosting these games was originally built for a completely different sport. In the next 5 minutes, you're going to discover the 11 American stadiums hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup. What makes each one special, which ones are hosting the biggest matches, and why the city that lost the final is somehow still winning. Let's start with the one everyone's talking about. The 2026 World Cup final will be played on July 19th at MetLife Stadium, sitting in East Rutherford, New Jersey, right outside New York City. The stadium will hold around 87,000 fans for that one match. That would rank it among the top 10 most attended World Cup finals in history. Think about that. One game, 87,000 people, all there to watch two countries fight for the greatest trophy in sports. And here's what's wild. MetLife is home to the New York Giants and the New York Jets. Two NFL teams, neither of which is particularly famous for winning anything. Now their stadium is about to host the most watched sporting event on the planet. But MetLife almost didn't get it. AT&T Stadium in Dallas, which can hold over 100,000 people, narrowly lost the battle for the final. And the reason? Not the size, not the field. MetLife was chosen because of its accessibility and the sheer amount of accommodation surrounding New York, so Dallas lost the final. But Dallas is still getting revenge. Dallas will host 9 World Cup games, the most of any city, including a semifinal. That's the last 4 teams left in the tournament. The atmosphere will be absolutely electric. AT&T Stadium also has the world's largest center-hung HD video board. It's basically the size of a small building hanging above the field. During a 2010 NBA All-Star game, it somehow squeezed in over 108,000 people. That's not a stadium, that's a small city. Now let's talk about something surprising. Every single one of the 11 American stadiums hosting the World Cup is owned by an NFL team. Football fans in America built all of these venues for touchdowns and tailgates. Now the whole world is flying in for penalty kicks and passion. Take Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, capacity 73,000, famous for its deafening crowds. Kansas City Chiefs fans are known for being some of the loudest in any sport, anywhere. Scientists have literally measured crowd noise records there. Now imagine that crowd watching a World Cup knockout match. The roof might actually come off. Over in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium is hosting one of the 2 semifinals. This stadium looks like a spaceship landed in downtown Atlanta. It has a retractable roof that opens like a giant camera aperture. When it's closed, it creates one of the most intense atmospheres in American sports. When it's open, the Georgia sky becomes part of the show. On the West Coast, SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles will host 8 World Cup games, including the first match on U.S. soil. The U.S. men's national team will kick off their World Cup campaign on June 12th, right there in L.A. The entire country will be watching. And if you know anything about L.A. crowds, they will absolutely show up. Up in Seattle, Lumen Field holds around 69,000 fans and is known for wildly passionate crowds. Seattle soccer fans have actually set noise records too. There's something about the Pacific Northwest and football culture that just clicks. And then there's Gillette Stadium in Boston, hosting 7 matches, including a quarterfinal. A quarterfinal means only 8 teams are left in the entire tournament. Every game at that stage feels like a final. Here's the thing that puts all of this in perspective. This 2026 World Cup is the first ever to feature 48 teams and 104 total matches, spread across 16 cities in 3 countries. Nothing like this has ever been organized before in sports history. Not the Olympics, not the Super Bowl, nothing. And America is right at the center of it. 11 stadiums, 11 cities, matches from Boston to Seattle, from Miami to LA. Fans from every corner of the world pouring into cities that, for most of their history, were obsessed with a completely different game. The World Cup doesn't care what sport built your stadium. It just needs a field, a crowd, and 2 teams willing to leave everything on the pitch. This summer, America is the stage for the greatest show on earth, and whether you followed football your whole life or you're watching it for the very first time, these stadiums are about to make you a fan. If you want to know more about how the World Cup actually works, the teams, the format, why it matters. Hit subscribe. There's a lot more coming and it's going to be worth it.